Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I am Becky and I've recently bought this Land Rover Discovery 2 to convert and live in. It has been an epic journey so far with plenty of highs and lows, and I am buzzing to share with you where I'm up to with the build so far. For the past 2 weeks I've been up north on a private bit of land with Jake and his brother, and it's been such a lovely time and we've been so fortunate with some lovely weather and sunsets. It's been such a perfect time to focus on the build, get some headspace and some time away from social media, as well as having some good laughs. Surprisingly enough, I've never ever changed a car wheel, so I thought this was a perfect time to learn, especially now I've got a Land Rover and plan on doing some more off-roading in the future. This was definitely a big challenge for me, using the steel wheels and having some slight problems with the bottle jack. Finally. So like everything, when you start a new project, it comes with a lot of challenges, a lot of mistakes, a lot of learning curves, and I think today's been one of them, and the past few weeks really. Just with the whole learning all these new skills, and I've had so many mistakes. Often I don't really show them because I'm either fuming or trying to fix a mistake. This isn't all plain sailing, and I've had lots of help and lots of mistakes as well, but it's been so critical because I feel like that's how you grow and that's how you learn, and it's definitely taken me a while to get through that head process. Obviously with other things in life I completely get that, but it's coming into a whole different new field of skills. Today was the first day I've ever changed a car tyre, like ever. So obviously some people probably shocked that I didn't know how to do that, and it was a bit of a challenge just because the jack wasn't working, the bottle jack as well. Then I had to put chocks underneath the bottle jack just to get enough height, because it doesn't seem to get much height onto it. It also wasn't dropping down very well, so I had to look that up because I didn't realise what was going on. It says you have to bleed the jack. The jack looks like it's never been used in this vehicle. This is like 20 years old. And it looks brand new, like it's never been touched. So it says if that is the case, then you're meant to bleed it. So it seemed to be a little bit better after that. The rest of the day I decided to make a start on the shelf that sits under my worktop unit, and I had a right nightmare with that also. It was just one of those days where nothing was going to plan and lots of mistakes were involved, which is all part of it, I guess. Most days were finished with a stunning sunset where I'd just sit up on the roof and admire how beautiful it was. Right, so today's task is making and fitting the blinds and adjusting the curtains as they need trimming a little bit because they're quite long. Absolutely stunning weather yet again, so blessed with it. I'm basically using this canvas material to make my blinds today. I've got this canvas material, a big sheet of it. I'm going to cut it up to the size of my windows and then put some Velcro on them and stick them on like that. I think it will work pretty well. This is blackout material, it's waterproof canvas, so it'll be perfect when you get a lot of condensation. So I've got 2 of these blinds up of the 2 rear windows of the Landy, but because I've got right-handed scissors and I'm left-handed, I'm finding it quite difficult, if I had to be honest. We've got them up, they cover the windows, there's obviously little gaps. Yesterday I bought some of this Velcro strip, and what I'm doing is just cutting them into little pieces, and I'm sticking one piece onto the window and then the other piece onto this canvas fabric, and then it should hopefully work, but I'm going to see how well it works, and if it doesn't work then I'll probably convert to magnets or the little sucker squeegee things you can get. Roughly cutting them to size and then going to cut them afterwards around the window, but just putting little pieces on. Hopefully it doesn't look too crap from the outside having little black patches. So Jake kindly offered to fit my diesel eater today while I've been off on his bike that he's recently got. Well, you've had it quite a while, haven't you?
Yeah, since the summer, man, but it seems that it's now been commandeered. What, yourself?
So here is the bike. It is a Honda CRF 300L and it's so nice, really sexy. Jake is planning on riding the TET, so the Trans-European Trail, this year, which is a mega trip around Europe, and it's going to be so good. So go watch that series that he's going to be doing. I think he sets off March, April time. So basically we've been staying here for the past few days and it's been lovely. We haven't had any rain. Plan of action is hopefully get the diesel heater fitted, get a shelf under the kitchen unit. Also want to catch up on a few things while we're here. We've got some signal, and yeah, have a go on that motorbike while he's not looking.
Turret plate's in now. I'm just attaching the diesel heater.
You'll have to show me how this all works, how to use this.
Well, what we'll do is we'll hook the fuel up and then we'll prime this.
So after lots of building, lots of planning, lots of sorting things out, it is time to pack all my stuff and move in. So I'd say for the past 2 months, I think that's how long I've actually had the Land Rover, I've been living between my parents, Jake's van and this. But it has been a really cool journey, and I think it's really helped having other places whilst this being established and being built into somewhere that you can actually sleep and eat. I've been thinking about this a lot, and it's going to be a huge challenge to spend big chunks of time in here in such a small space. Because it's such a small space, you need to know where everything is, and I've had to go a lot more minimal. But other than that, it's so cool, and I love this little space, this little tiny home. I'm going to have so many adventures in it, especially with the trips that are coming up, and I'm so excited. And I'm really happy with how everything's come off. What I'm going to do now is make my coffee that's currently on, and then I'm going to give you a little show around of where we're up to now with everything. And I've put all my stuff outside. It's all outside, there's so much of it. I'm going to pack it into the boxes that I've got and the room that I have and see what works and try and organise it a little bit better so I know where everything is and it's in its like designated place. Now I've got my coffee. I've got a little friend here with me. This is Crab. It is a friend's dog, and me and Jake are currently looking after him. He's a lab, he's 2, and he's really sweet, but he loves having the ball thrown for him like every 5 minutes. He loves this game. Come on. Hey, come here. Drop. Drop. Ready, steady, go. Ready, steady, go. So as you can see, I have got so much stuff behind me, and I'll give you a show of everything. So I've literally taken everything out, going to put it into specific boxes now, and then sort of load it back up. So it's just more organised. So I've come to the conclusion that I definitely need a roof box, or either having the roof rack full of storage, or having a rooftop tent with a roof box on top of that, or just having a rooftop tent and then having the inside of storage. I'm really sold on hard shell rooftop tents. That's really the main direction I want to go with if I do get a rooftop tent. So this bag here is literally what I've been living out of for the past year. It's literally full of clothes and everything I need. It's an 80-litre rab bag that has all my kit in, and I've been bouncing around with that and all of this stuff. So it is pretty mental at the minute, but I've had a full clear out and I'm going to sort everything now. So the first thing I wanted to show is the new installed diesel heater that I've been using, and it has been incredible. It's a complete game changer when it comes to keeping warm, condensation, etc. It is so good, especially drying off clothes and things. You can see I've swapped out, you normally get a large, I think it's 10-15 litre bottle, which is quite tall. Obviously I'm struggling with space, so I've gone for a smaller 5 litre can that fits a lot better, and it fits under my bed. So yeah, I've got my diesel heater. There needs to be a block of wood to go over here to keep this secure. My battery and all the electrics there. And the foam, so this is 4-inch foam that I got, is ideal having a permanent bed. As well as these curtains. So I've got these curtains on a rail for the cab divider and also for the rear door, which I will show you in a minute. But yeah, that's my bed frame and the mattress covered, and this is where I'll be sleeping until I decide whether to get a rooftop tent or not. This is a good option for stealth camping, or if you don't want to set up your rooftop tent because maybe you're not in a great place or you just want to get your head down quick. Walking round, you will see this is new. I've got myself a bike rack. So obviously you all know that I do a lot of cycling and bike packing and things like that. And I think it's nice just to have an option to have a bike if you want to keep your exercise up, or you maybe want to park somewhere and ride in to a different place or the shops or something like that, and you just want to take a bike, then this is ideal. This is obviously fitted for 4 bikes because it's got 4 of these little hooks, but I'll just be taking one. I'll probably leave it on this second hook because I've got a trasharoo now, which has been ideal also for carrying rubbish out, and at the minute I've got some wood in there. And then as we walk round, you will see the new shelving system that's gone in that I'll show you now. Right, so this is the rear view of the inside, and you can see some of the little changes that have happened in the time that I've last filmed. So as well as this lovely worktop that you'd have seen in the last one, I have got a little shelving system going on now. So I've bought some little baskets to fit in there for extra storage, and then underneath that is more storage. So it's ideal for a unit to work on and edit on and cook on, and then put some utensils and food under here, and then same again. I've got my gas rigged up at the end here. I've got the Camping Gas 907 attached to a Camping Gas dual burner, which has been ideal for cooking, making brews, making coffee, that sort of thing. Then obviously this lovely foam mattress, as well as the curtains that you'll see now. So usually they give you this rail that you might be able to see that sits under this piece of wood, but because my roof is quite soft, you can't really screw into it because the screws just came straight out. So Jake had a brilliant idea to wedge this piece of wood that is solid. These work really well, they're off van style. And these are actually specifically made for a TD4, I think it is. But these are really cool, and they've also got a little popper to put them together. Then obviously I've got this same for the rear door as well, for the big rear window that I have at the back. So at the minute, this is going to be my water purifier. It holds 5 litres and it is a lifesaver. I'll also be carrying another 5 litre jerry can. Over here we've got the Jackery 1000 with a solar panel, and I've also underneath the bed got a battery which is running my diesel heater at the moment. So after 3 days of kind of stressing out, that's why I haven't filmed loads, but sorting out and finding where everything's going in this small space, I finally got there and have packed it and organised it pretty well. Obviously I've still got my bike to go on, I've got other bits and bobs to add, and I've also got to do a food shop to fill in the space that I've left for it. So yeah, I am so happy. I can't even tell you how excited I am that it's finally done. It's been quite a stressful 3 days trying to figure out where everything's going to go and realising how much stuff I actually have accumulated over the past few years, especially when you have loads of hobbies that you're interested in. So I think I'll show more in depth what I have, the equipment I'm taking, more in depth when I'm actually using it on the road and on an adventure. For now I'm using my Jackery 1000 with a solar panel and also charging it when I'm driving. For water I'm going to take a 5 litre jerry can. I've also got a Ridge Monkey that I need to use, and I've also got the 5 litre Lifesaver water filter that will come in so handy. So for water collection it's going to be like rainwater if I set up a tarp or off my awning. It's going to be filling up places like supermarkets or places that you can fill up water from an outside hose, or just filling up in a river or a stream. So now it's just a case of packing up before my next adventure, which I'm heading out on tomorrow. Super excited and I cannot wait. I've just got to get some last bits ready. I've got to get my water topped up, food shop, that sort of thing, and then hit the road. Thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you to all my Patreons for making this possible. I will see you on the next one. Take care.